Hey guys, I got a package in the mail today. This one, I'm not sure I like how this is packaged. We'll see how it shipped. It's from the Criterion collection, folks. They had a 50% flash sale earlier was it this week? Yeah, I guess it was earlier this week. This came pretty quickly. Today is Friday. I think the flash sale might have been Monday or Tuesday. Don't recall. It was earlier this week, though. 50% off just for 24 hours. In fact, I meant to post a video on it, but I got pulled away at work, and then... Anyway, long story, but it did arrive, 50% off. So I think I know what might be in here based on the size of it, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Oh, I'm definitely wrong. And I'm okay with the way they packaged this. The other one's going to come separately, and I'll get to that one later, but this one contains 3. I'm surprised they did this because... Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm good. Yeah, there's 3 in this one and 2 in the next one. So these were all, of course, half price at $19.97. So let me start with the oldest and work my way to the newest. I'm assuming this is true. Yeah, spine. Oh, really? $5.79. I thought it was older than that. This is a movie that I wanted to get for the longest time, and I didn't. And I finally picked it up. A lot of extras. It's from 1921. It's a silent movie. 180 minutes long. It's in tinted color with Swedish intertitles and with English subtitles. Intertitles were not kind of like between the action. They would cut to just a blank or a black usually with white letters on it screen that said, please stop, go back. And then it would cut to the scene and you'd see the woman saying, go back. So it made the films perhaps longer because they'd have to have that extra time in there. But anyway, I don't think this could have a ton of dialogue. I could be wrong. But anyway, this one has intrigued me for some time. It's a Swedish film by Victor Jostrom, I believe. And it's the Phantom Carriage. Yeah, death comes via the carriage. I've seen some scenes where it's kind of like got a bluish tint, which really kind of looks interesting. I have not seen the whole movie, obviously. The last person to die on New Year's Eve before the clock strikes 12 is doomed to take the reins of death's chariot and work tirelessly collecting fresh souls for the next year. So says the legend that drives the Phantom Carriage. Directed by the father of Swedish cinema, Victor Jostrom. The story, based on a novel by Nobel Prize winner Selma Lagerlöf, close enough, concerns an alcoholic, abusive ne'er-do-well, played by the director, who is shown the error of his ways, and the pure of heart Salvation Army sister who believes in his redemption. This extraordinarily rich and innovative silent classic, which inspired Ingmar Bergman to make movies. I like that. It's a Dickens ghost story and a deeply moving morality tale, as well as a showcase for groundbreaking special effects. A new digital restoration done in collaboration with the archival film collection of the Swedish Film Institute. 2 scores, one by Swedish composer Mehdi Bai, and the other by experimental duo KTL. One thing I love about silent movies is you can put anything on that you want. In fact, years ago, and some things go really well with it. There was I guess it's still probably out there. Years ago, there was a thing, not a rumor because it was more than a rumor, but the idea was, well, you've heard the thing about playing the Beatles songs backwards, this and that. This was play The Wizard of Oz, and at a certain point, start the record, or in this case, the CD now, The Dark Side of the Moon. And it appears to go hand in hand with the show for a certain point of time. The dramatic moments where the witch appears the music seems to fit in with that. The happier moments seem to have more sprightly type music, and so on and so forth. So, I did it once years ago when I first heard about it, and it seemed to, but you could do it with anything. I could put on a Harry Chapin album, or a Beatles album, or a Who record, or a David Bowie. I might put on some David Bowie and watch this, and it might be really cool. So I like that idea that you could put on different music to it and kind of get a different feel for it. And perhaps once you know the movie and the plot, I think putting it on with music is kind of cool. Audio commentary featuring film historian Casper Tyberg, I believe it's pronounced. Interview with Ingmar Bergman, excerpted from the 1981 documentary Victor Jostrom, A Portrait. The Bergman Connection, an original visual essay by film historian and Bergman scholar Peter Krakauer, I know that name, on the film's influence on Bergman. Footage of the construction of the Rashuda studio, where the Phantom Carriage was the inaugural production. New and improved English. They're always improving this English translation, man. You know, they learn new ways to do this apparently all the time. And a booklet featuring an essay by screenwriter and filmmaker Paul Meyersberg. So really looking forward to it. Looks like it's a fairly thick booklet. The Phantom Carriage on Blu-ray. All these are on Blu-ray. Everything I bought was on Blu-ray. So, next, a movie that I've been looking forward to for some time. It's a Frank Capra film. Love Frank Capra. One of my favorite directors. Yeah, he's a little bit, maybe he's a little bit sappy sometimes, but you know what? I love Frank Capra. And this is Criterion Spy number 736. Tons of extras on this too. It's a 1934 movie. 105 minutes, black and white, 1.33 to 1 aspect ratio, so it'll be like a TV set. And it happened one night, starring Clark Gable and Claudette Colbert. I have Claudette Colbert and some other stuff on the Criterion Collection. I like her quite a bit. I believe she's in My Man Godfrey, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, I like her as an actress. And this, this is the typical. We both have to stay in the same room, but we'll put a bed sheet or a towel between us, and then everything will be okay. We won't be tempted, or nothing will happen because of this bed sheet that'll, save us. Opposites attract with magnetic force in this romantic road trip delight from Frank Capra, about a spoiled runaway socialite, Claudette Colbert, and a roguish man of the people reporter, Clark Gable. He's always roguish, isn't he? Who is determined to get the scoop on her scandalous disappearance. The first film to accomplish the very rare feat of sweeping all 5 major Oscar categories: Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Director, and Best Screenplay. This one's the first one to do it, so there might be something to this movie. It Happened One Night is among the most gracefully constructed and edited films of the early sound era, 1934. Packed with clever situations and gags that have entered the Hollywood comedy pantheon, and featuring 2 actors at the top of their game, sparkling with a chemistry that has never been bettered. I'll buy that. I haven't seen this movie ever. It's amazing that I haven't seen it, as much as I like Frank Capra. But I'm looking forward to watching this one soon. A new 4K digital restoration with uncompressed monaural soundtrack. Screwball comedy, ? A new conversation between critics Molly Haskell and Philip Lopate. An interview with Frank Capra Jr. from 1999. Frank Capra, American Dream, a 1997 feature-length documentary about the director's life and career. New digital transfer of Capra's first film, the 1921 silent short Fulta Fisher's Boarding House. And a new score composed and performed by David Sosin. American Film Institute tribute to Capra from 1982. And a trailer, plus an essay by critic Farrah Smith Name. Looks like a fairly thin booklet with this one. But the movie itself and the extras will be very cool. And then the one that, out of this batch anyway, I'm the most excited about for a ton of reasons. Just a shitload of extras on this. This is a 1921 movie and a 1972 movie. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, it's a re-release. It's the re-release of the 1972 re-release of the film. Okay. 53 minutes. So this is a short film. It's less than an hour, but the extras are going to make up for this. It's spy number 799. And it is Charlie Chaplin's The Kid. I own quite a few Charlie Chaplin movies, and I've come to realize what a genius Charlie Chaplin was. I'd seen bits and pieces, who hasn't, of Little Tramp over the years, different scenes that would be shown. Growing up, occasionally I would catch one of his movies kind of in midstream and watch a scene where he's ordering soup in a restaurant, or where he's, working in a factory or whatever. But I hadn't sat down and watched an entire Charlie Chaplin movie until, I don't know, 5 years ago maybe. And maybe 7 years ago. Anyway, not all that long ago. And really realized what a genius this guy was. I mean, his comedy was amazing. He could be poignant, dramatic, certainly comedic, touching. He could have romance in his stories and so on. This plot, Charlie Chaplin was already an international star when he decided to break out of the short film format and make his first full-length feature. The Kid doesn't merely show Chaplin at a turning point when he proved that he was a serious film director. It remains an expressive masterwork of silent cinema. In it, he stars as his lovable tramp character, this time raising an orphan, a remarkable young Jackie Coogan, that he has rescued from the streets. Chaplin and Coogan make a miraculous pair in this nimble marriage of sentiment and slapstick. A film that is, as his opening title card states, a picture with a smile and perhaps a tear. The special features on this one, 4K digital restoration, it's supposed to look great, of Chaplin's 1972 re-release version of the film, featuring an original score by Chaplin with uncompressed binaural soundtrack. New audio commentary featuring Chaplin historian Charles Milland. Jackie Coogan, the first child star, a new video essay by Chaplin historian Lisa Haven. A study in undercranking, I believe that says. Yeah. A new program featuring silent film specialist Ben Model. Interviews with Coogan and actor Lila Gray Chaplin. Excerpted audio interviews with excuse me, cinematographer and film distributor Mo Rothman. Deleted scenes and titles from the original 1921 version of The Kid. Charlie on the Ocean, a 1921 newsreel documenting Chaplin's first return into Europe. Footage of Chaplin conducting the score for The Kid. Nice and Friendly, a 1922 silent film short featuring Chaplin and Coogan, presented with a new score by composer Timothy Brock. Trailers plus an essay by film scholar Tom Gunning. So really looking forward to this. This is 1.33 to 1. Again, size of your television set, just about square. This should be really good. Jackie Coogan, if you're not familiar, if you're familiar with the show The Addams Family, Jackie Coogan was Uncle Fester, the bald guy with the turtleneck up to here that was always putting light bulbs in his mouth and lighting them up. But as a kid, he was this cute little guy right here. And this should be a great movie. I'm really looking forward to watching The Kid. I've seen bits of this one. Probably more in the vein of people talking about it and talking about Charlie Chaplin and then showing scenes from it. That's what I recall anyway. But I really like the cover on this one. The whole look of it, I think is cool. And the back looks like this. And then your spine is like that. Really looking forward to The Kid. So it's The Kid, It Happened One Night, and the Phantom Carriage in this batch of Blu-rays. The next one will be much different. The next pickups that I have from Criterion will be much different than these. Nothing silent in the next batch from the Criterion collection. Like I said, I did order twice. One I was on the fence about, but now that I think about it, I'm so glad I got it. It resulted in a double dip for me, which I hate to do. I know a lot of people out there have no problems with double and even triple dipping for movies that they like and for collectible things. I'm not one of them. I mean, I basically buy my movies to watch them. No, have I watched all of them? No, I have not. And it'll take me a while because I've got quite a few that I haven't watched. But I don't want to, I don't want to have and I have, unfortunately, 2 or 3 copies of some, not because I decided to go out and get a second and third copy of it, but because I had the DVD and the Blu-ray came out. Right, well, that made sense. And then I had the Blu-ray, but then it came out in a box set with some stuff that I didn't have, and that's going to be the case with the double dip I have from Criterion Collection. So I get like 3 or 4 other movies that I don't have, and then I get a double dip. But when you get the right price for a box set like that, I can sell and that's my philosophy. I can sell the one I have for pretty good money from what I've seen on eBay. So I'll probably do that, which will cut the cost of what I bought in half, and allow me to have that movie plus 3 others. I think it is, or maybe 4 others. More on that when it arrives. Well, that's it, guys. Phantom Carriage. It happened one night, and The Kid, Charlie Chaplin. We're looking forward to watching all those. And I'm going to be doing some reviews here shortly. I've been really kind of obsessed with the Xbox One lately. As you might know, I actually have the thing sitting here now. Yeah. And just picked up this green Seagate hard drive, 2 terabytes, to add to the storage on this thing. So I was about, as you might have seen, I was about 75% full. I was actually more full than I took all the Xbox 360 retro games like Fable 2, Fable 3, Mass Effect, Fallout 3, Just Cause 2. There's a bunch of them that I had. All those are now on the 2 terabyte drive, along with, I'm going to be moving some other stuff from the main drive and freeing up space. Don't really know why I'm doing it, but it just feels like the right thing to do. And then I'm going to be adding to that. Well, I'll do another video on Xbox One stuff. Why not? For right now, though, I will be doing some more reviews, Criterion's in particular. And I do want to do a contest because I do have some double dip stuff that I have that is perfectly fine and that I believe I want to do something with. And we might as well give some of it away. I'll sell some on eBay and give some stuff away. So look for that sometime in the future. I'm not exactly sure. I've got a lot of other ones I want to do, including an A to Z Classics, which I've got my list ready. It took me a while. I believe I have every letter of the alphabet covered. Plus I have numbers covered with 12 Angry Men. But I like to do that. It's in response to a YouTuber that I've really grown fond of her videos and fond of watching her. And more on that with the A to Z Classics, so look for that. All right, guys, that's it for the pickup. And take care. Hopefully you have a great weekend. And enjoy. Watch some movies, play some video games, read a book, play some sports, whatever you want to do. Do something fun this weekend. All right, guys, take care.